You guys really seem to enjoy this series, and I really appreciate all the support and comments that you guys contributed to make this video. If you hate this series, then make sure to check out my other recent videos that I've done in my usual style. Anyways, moving on with today's video, we're going to be doing every car ever in 4 words, British edition, featuring your comments. Aston Martin. The Aston Martin DB5. Names Bond, James Bond. Aston Martin DB7, a car company savior or automatic ruin driving experience, and my thoughts on that are sometimes you gotta make sacrifices to make sales. Aston Martin DB9, oh man, goddamn. Aston Martin DB11, class and fast boy. Aston Martin DBS, quantum of solace memories. Aston Martin Lagonda, looks like an anteater. According to Doug DeMuro, and his word is law, so I will take that. Aston Martin 177. Who stole my exhaust? At this point, I'd like to mention you really have to know cars to get some of these jokes. I'm not going to explain any of the jokes in the video. If you don't get it, you don't get it, because if I do explain it, it's going to ruin the joke. Aston Martin V8 Vantage. Bumper to bumper warranty. Aston Martin Vanquish. Vanquish your bank account. So this comment wasn't actually talking about the Vanquish, but I felt like it fit more perfectly for it. I apologize. Aston Martin V12 Zagato. Me suck big air. Aston Martin Vulcan. Popsicle stick tail lights. Moving on to Bentley. Bentley Arnage. By the way, it's at this point in the video I'd like to mention I'm not going to pronounce any of these things correctly. Anyways, Bentley Arnage, or Arnage. Low price, high class. I would say low price, relatively speaking, of course. Bentley Azure, a stock market crash. Bentley Continental GT, ultimate midlife crisis mobile. Bentley Continental GTC, Beverly Hills Common Cabrio. Bentley Continental Supersport, the fastest 4-seater, or Dodge Demon luxury form. Bentley Mulsanne, cause phantoms are overrated. Jaguar. Or, you know what, I'm just gonna call him Jag, since there's a million different pronunciations for this word that no one ever seems to like. Jag 420, smoke weed every day. Jag F-Type base model V6, bought the wrong car. Jag F-Type SVR, bought the right car. Jag S-Type, just a fancy Ford, of course only pertaining to the earlier models that were under, you know what, I don't have to explain it. Anyways, Jag XF, you're a retired dentist. Jag XK, imminent crankshaft failure. Jag XJ, I drive a Jag. Jag XJS, cheap V12, expensive maintenance. Jag XJ220, a very fast fish. Jag XJR15, the ultimate forgotten supercar. Lotus. Lotus Esprit, can it go underwater? Lotus Elan, the Miata before Miata. Lotus Europa, the super sales flop. Lotus Elise, oversized go-kart, vroom. Lotus Exige, the original Venom GT. Lotus Evora, still a Camry engine. Lotus Evora 400, still a Camry engine. Now to be fair, it does have an Edelbrock supercharger that makes 400 horsepower. Lister Storm V12, Gran Turismo 2 memories, and really Gran Turismo, there was also someone who mentioned A-Spec and Gran Turismo 4, it was in most of the Gran Turismo games, amazing car. But for Knobbly Sterling Moss, the only comment I got for it was, is this a Jaguar? No, this is Patrick. Anyways, McLaren. F1, sitting in a garage. Collecting dust probably. This is too sad for me. Moving on. McLaren MP412C, very fast fax machine. McLaren P1, the British Prius improvement. McLaren 570S, that one little brother. McLaren 650S, the baby affordable P1. McLaren 675 LT, if Kermit took steroids. McLaren 720S, better than originally claimed. McLaren Senna, the thick meaty wang. Mini, the Mini Cooper, not really mini anymore. MG. Okay, so this isn't 4 words, but no one else left good comments for MG, and this dude's was really creative, so here it is. I have an acronym for MG. MG, might go. Models include MGF, might go forwards. MGB, might go backwards. Morgan. Morgan Roadster, doesn't change for decades. Morgan 3-wheeler, 1.5 bike. Rolls-Royce. Rolls-Royce Dawn, yacht for the road. Rolls-Royce Ghost, all ready for Spooktober. Rolls-Royce Phantom, definition of automotive luxury. Rolls-Royce Wraith, after SoundCloud starter kit. TVR Cerbera Speed 12, the Viper's British brother. And yes, I know it's a V12 and the Viper's V10, but you get the memo that this guy was going for. They have big old front engines and they look so badass and menacing. A lot of people were insulting the Cerbera's looks. Y'all freaking younger generations who never heard of this car, this thing is legendary. Look how thick this thing is. It's beautiful. I don't care what anyone says. The TVR Cerbera, get your life insurance. The TVR Tuscan Speed 6, weird fast alien baby. 2019 TVR Griffith, we are not British, or British name Russian quality, and technically some American thrown in there as well since I believe it uses a Ford Mustang engine. Moving on to Land Rover. Land Rover Range Rover, the Rockstar's unreliable four-wheel drive. Land Rover Discovery, you'll find absolutely nothing. Land Rover Range Rover Classic, probably broken down somewhere. Reliant Robin, they see me rollin'. Noble M600, the most underrated supercar. And finally, Vauxhall, but I will not mention any of their cars in this video because I've already covered their cars in a lot of my other videos, like from Opel and other companies, because a lot of what they make more or less is made by other, like, it's just a giant mishmash. It's one of those companies where they like rebrand and resell cars, kind of like how Holden rebrands and resells a lot of Chevrolets, kind of like that. So I'm just gonna end the video here. Sorry if you're a Vauxhall fan, watch my other 4Words videos. You will find their cars and other videos that I mentioned. And if you haven't seen those videos, definitely go make sure to check them out. If you like motorcycles, make sure to check out my brother's version of this series. He's done one about Japanese motorcycles. Other than that though, thank you guys for watching and thank you for leaving your comments behind. I'm probably going to take a break from doing this specific 4Words video series just because I want to try other series, play around a bit. I don't want this to over bloat the series. Other than that though, see y'all next time. Blade Angel out.